Hi, loves. Welcome to AW Confidential. Today I have something really special for you. My cousin Arlene is here today with us to talk about growing up in our loud, loving Dominican Puerto Rican homes, the beauty, the chaos, and the healing that came after. It's about truth, laughter, and breaking cycles with love. Hola, prima.
Hi.
Thank you for being here, first of all.
Of course.
So, we are both one of four kids.
Yes.
I know, crazy. I know. I was doing my prep and I was like, wait a minute, we're one of four.
Yeah, and you're the oldest and I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, this is interesting.
So, that I said that for a reason. I want to know, what was your role in the family? Peacekeeper, rebel, or instigator?
Oh, I was the peacekeeper.
So was I.
That's why when I was thinking about it, I was thinking of that theory of how the oldest is supposed to be the leader and the youngest is supposed to be the free spirit. And I felt like I fall under that category of the oldest in some ways, which is weird. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was treated like the youngest, like the baby. So
I could see that. Your mom really coddled you.
She did.
She protected you.
She was very overprotective. And my middle sister was also very protective growing up. And then came the other two, and still today, they treat me like I'm the baby.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you had to take on the role of, the oldest or the eldest, the one with all the wisdom and the one that knew better. But
I hate to say that. I swear, like I don't like admitting that because I feel like we all have something that we're good at, right? And I hate to sound like, gosh, this is hard.
Oh my God. No names.
No, yeah, no, but yeah, and I feel like in some ways, I think there was a period in my life where I was the youngest because I was acting out. Like I was, free and doing and like I had no F's given, right? Like I didn't care. But for most of my childhood, I was like the oldest. Like I remember telling my sister what to do. Like,
but that's so funny that you say that you had a point where I'm just going to say it. You didn't give a fuck. Like literally, like you were just doing you and you were a free spirit and you were just living. I didn't have that. I was, I was the straight A student. I always did the right thing. And that carried into my life to the point where I didn't even understand what boundaries were because I was always doing the right thing for everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think that I've now come to a place in my life, and I don't think it's so much about age. I just think it's about experiences that I lived, and I've been forced to set boundaries. But I never had that, I'm just going to live life. But now I'm like, you know what? I feel like I am now over the 50 mark. And I'm like, you know what? I have no fucks left to give. Yeah. I think Taraji P. Henson said that in some video I saw. But I was like, I get it.
But I think it's because your mom and my mom were very different. They were similar, but they were different in some ways. Like, I feel like you guys, when I saw your family, you guys grew up. Your mom was married, right? You lived in the same house, like the same place, right? Your whole life. My mom, she was a gypsy. We had no structure. So I think I think that's one of the reasons, right? Like, so I saw at some point in my childhood, I realized like, wow, this is not normal. It's not normal that I'm like, I move around so much.
I think your mom she was a free spirit.
Oh, she was like the definition of the free spirit.
But that's why I loved her. I admired her so much.
Yeah,
I always thought of her as like a second mom, and I was like, she's cool. That was what was going on in my head.
Yeah,
I was
she
like,
was everybody's
cool.
mom. She was was everybody's mom.
She lived her life.
She
and
really
I
did.
so admired that.
Yeah.
And the contrast was incredible.
Yeah,
between
your
my
mom was
and
like
yours.
like structure and
Discipline.
like discipline and I'm gonna control everything. Like these are my kids, right? Like, which is beautiful. But we we lived completely opposite lives.
So
in some
being
ways.
that we were raised in very different environments, being that you're the youngest and you had this contrast of good girl, bad girl, let's just say, for lack of a better phrase, what was your biggest challenge as the youngest one growing up? Because it's almost like you had to shift from one identity to another.
I shifted so much. I think that the biggest challenge would have been that because I had to shift and I knew that there was something wrong with the my dynamic.
But when did you figure that out?
Oh, I was young.
Really?
Yeah, I was young. I want to say that I probably around like 10 years old or
Wow.
9, between like 8, 9, or 10. And I think the biggest challenge was that I was, so I always, like, I love to read. I love to research. I love to challenge and debate and ask questions.
No wonder you're a teacher.
I know. So the biggest challenge was, you know it all. Okay, all right, you have all the answers, and you're so young, right? So like I guess they kind of overlooked that about me. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I think it would have been that. The biggest challenge would have been
Wow.
one of them. I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
I got to think about that a little more.
I like when I leave people thinking. So, what's one childhood memory that perfectly captures the mix of love and chaos that we were raised in? And I was trying to think of my own childhood memories that captured love and chaos, and I would say the holidays. Like, I felt like Nochebuena it was all love. It was arroz con guandules y pernil y ensalada de papa, ensalada rusa, le dicen los dominicanos. But there was so much love there. The music, the joy. But at the same time, I remember some of the arguments that my mom and dad got into, and that was the chaos. And it was just a mix. It was like a vortex of these things. But that was a childhood memory that will never leave me.
Yeah. I would say, so the holidays, I don't think I spent it with you guys. I know that my mom would always send me with my dad.
Yeah.
And we
And
had
your
our
dad's
little,
Puerto Rican.
and my dad is Puerto Rican. So we would have our fairy tale, very American type of holiday.
So wait, so
Christmas.
you had Christmas Day?
Christmas morning, yeah.
Wow. I had
loved it.
Nochebuena.
I
That's so
loved it.
funny.
Yeah. But my sister does Nochebuena now, so she's continuing that tradition.
So what was that like, Christmas Day?
So Christmas Day was so magical. It was really nice because I got to experience, again, two different lives, right? Like
There's that identity shift,
yes,
right?
so
Yeah.
in my mom's house, I didn't even have a couch. We were lucky if we had a couch. Or a Christmas tree. I remember we had it once, a Christmas tree, and it, she had like one gift for each of us, which was so beautiful too, right? Because it's all good. Because at my dad's, what I experienced, to answer your question, is it was like I got everything I asked for, and I had my sisters there. We have two. My dad has had two other children from his marriage, and it was really sweet, and we had breakfast. Wow. It was really nice. So I got to experience. Yes. So on one end I was experiencing like.
So how does that translate into your adult life? You are married now.
I am.
I know. I love it. Yeah. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
So how does that look in your home? Like, is it Christmas Day?
It's Christmas Day.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's Christmas Day. I think that there's something magical about it, and I like to keep that. Even if it's it's ideal, it's my ideal. This is my story.
I love that.
you know?
Oh, wow. I love
So yeah,
that.
yeah, I like that.
I still do. Well, my daughter is now engaged and she's
Oh, right.
elsewhere, but I would let her open a gift Noche Buena, the 24th, one gift after midnight. And then we'd open gifts Christmas morning and have like a big breakfast
Yeah,
and
it's nice.
watch Hallmark movies
Yes,
because that's what I love to
that's
do.
what I love to do.
And call me corny, but I love Hallmark movies. So, you're right. It has like a magical just feeling about it. And
Yeah.
I'd like to keep that at least.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't either.
So our families, there was a lot of chaos.
Oh my
There also
gosh.
was a lot of love.
Yes.
When did you realize like that it wasn't healthy? Like that the way we were growing up is not healthy. Like for me, I know that there was a lot of toxicity, there was a lot of arguments, but I didn't know any better. I just thought that's what marriage looked like. I thought that was love. And it did impact my adult relationships because now I have an idea, but I had no idea what a healthy relationship looked like.
So
How did that translate for you?
for me, I don't think it has to do with any relationship because my mom, she didn't marry.
And that's why I thought she was
didn't-
cool, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I grew up, I was like, I don't want to get married. Of course, I got married twice and divorced. But
But so like the way that I viewed my mom was she was just searching for love. Like she was in love with love, and I just saw her in love with my dad for all of my life. And she was like in love with someone that couldn't love her back. Like there was no like he couldn't reciprocate, and I felt really bad for her. I mean, she's gone now. She passed away in 2016. And it was like, so wait, what was your question? Because I think about her and I'm like, man, there's so many layers to my mom. She was such a nut. but I love her, and I don't fault her for anything. I have so much unconditional love for her.
I loved your mom.
She's
so
an Aries
much.
too, by the way.
I know. She was
Aries,
her
shout out
birthday
Aries.
is 2 days before mine.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
the 13th, 11th. Okay.
And I loved her. And I was kind of curious to know, how did that impact, your mom's search for love and the relationship between her and your father? How did it impact your relationships, or the relationship with yourself? Because I think it impacts us in different ways. For me, it's funny you say that about your mom, because like I said, I loved her very much. And I never really saw her. She was so different from my mom.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now that you say she was searching for love, now you realize that. I think that is one of the biggest things that I learned about my mom as she's no longer with us, and not in the physical world, but all she wanted was to be loved.
That's it. It's true. That's all she wanted. And I think that the reason why she was what I meant by like she was searching for love is that she wanted to be loved. And when I was growing up, I saw her love one person, but she had my sister and I, and she also had two other children. I have my older brothers, and I hate when I hear some people say, oh, Latinas have like different baby daddies and all that, and I'm like, yes, you're right, like that's very true, but I think it's sad to judge someone, because when I look at my mom, she wasn't a thought. She was not. I never saw her with any other man. Like all this woman ever did was she was like obsessed with my dad, and she would replay the story over and over again. And I that was like that was so sad. That was so sad.
But I think
but I think it was also beautiful, and I think that there are some stories like that with with women, that it's not about, you know, they're like being promiscuous. I think they're just finding love. And unfortunately, we live in you know, Latin culture is, they don't come from structure. And that's the reality. Like, I'm okay with admitting it. Maybe some, you know, are lucky to have figured it out early, but not everyone does. And, you know, my mom was one of them. So
I think,
but yeah, but she was very loving, but she had her, you know, she lived life on the edge, and she was a risk taker. She did a lot. She did a lot of, I could say it now because she's gone, but she was a criminal. My mom was a criminal.
oh,
Yeah, and so the minute you're in response to your question, and I think it's important to talk about that, because it's like honesty, like I'm being honest. My mom was a survivor. She was 100%. Here, and all she did was survive. I want to say that she settled down finally in her, I want to say her 40s. Maybe she was like 42 when she finally settled in an actual job, like a full-time job. But hey, whatever works for everyone.
Listen,
you know?
she lived her life and she did it her way, and that's why I will always admire that, because I think
I love her.
I think
love her.
I don't know. There was something. She was onto something. Obviously, you need to have balance, but she was onto something, and I do believe she was way beyond her time.
Yes.
I really
agree.
like when I looked, you know, when I remember when I saw her growing up, I was like, she's cool. She does whatever she wants.
Yeah.
So to me, that rebel was like, I kind of like that. Yeah. I want a little bit of that. But I did the exact opposite. Yeah. I did everything the way I was supposed to. And I think you lose something there. You know, it's great to have like a blueprint of what you're going to do, right? Mm-hmm. But you miss out because you plan every detail and you miss out on those little adventures.
That's true.
So,
but the opposite is also very true. So I'm here to attest to that.
It was never too late for an adventure, and I'm still looking for mine.
That's so funny.
So I believe in patterns. I think we all have patterns.
Yes.
When did you start breaking those family patterns or those relationship patterns? Because, you know, we talk about how your mom she only loved one man. She was in that one relationship, even though she was in the relationship by herself.
Yes.
But she was in that one relationship. Are you a one relation, or were you? Because now she's married. Yes. She's taking boys. So now, looking back, do you feel like you had some patterns that you needed to break in relationships?
I did.
Or in love?
Yeah, and I'm still working on it. It's like an overly independent, right? Like, I don't need a man. Like, forever I was single, just like my mom.
I just want one.
Like, I don't need it. You know, I like being so proud of being so independent and F men and F this. And what I didn't realize is that I was dispelling, like, even though I wanted a man, I was so fixated on and being so proud. Yes, we can be proud of being independent, but I also think that, like, being feminine is so, like, it's what we're meant. Like, we're
like the damsel in distress.
Not a damsel in distress. A strong feminine
vulnerability.
Being vulnerable, being sweet, not having the chip. You know, not having, because I had a chip.
You know, it's funny.
That was my thing. I had a chip.
This is funny. So growing up, when I look back at the relationships I've had, I've always been like, I got this. And I remember my mom would say that, I got this. I'll take care of it. And I've always been the strong one in the relationships. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I just want to be taken care of. Whether that means making my coffee or, you know, taking care of dinner one night or helping me through some issue that I'm having. Like, I want to have that, you know what, I can lean on you. You have my back, and
Yes.
I can just lean on you. I think that's important to
Yeah.
have that balance, because no matter what we think, we cannot be strong all the time. We will fall apart eventually.
Yes.
And I did fall apart.
Oh. But I'm sure, but I mean, look at you now.
Thanks. Well, I
Yeah,
had a lot of
so-
help.
That's
I
all
had a
right.
lot of
Well, you
therapy.
need- yes, you
and I
need
have
that.
in having a tribe, having those people that know you and that support you, I think it's invaluable.
Yeah. So to answer your question though, it wasn't until my 30s, my early 30s, where I started to break the pattern. And I'm still
That's
working.
early, girl. That's good.
Well,
That's good. 30s? That's
yeah,
great.
yeah, I guess. Yeah,
that's
I guess
great.
it's good. Yeah. But it causes a lot of drama. That comes with drama, girl. That is not, it's not easy.
So
it's
what-
not easy to do that.
What does love mean to you now?
Love means, it means accepting people for who they are and not having expectations.
Oof, that's hard.
I know. It's so hard.
It's really hard because you always put expectations on the people you love.
And that's what we're not meant to do that. We're only here to have expectations on ourselves and be better ourselves so that we can come together with someone else in true love, because that's when you're able to accept someone for who they are, that's love.
I was listening to a
I mean,
podcast,
for me, yeah.
and everyone who knows me knows I love Jay Shetty. So I was listening to his podcast, and he was talking about what you're saying, that we think we have these expectations of the person that we choose.
Yeah.
And what we really should be doing is accepting that person as they are, allowing them to be who they are. And then we figure out, does this person match my values, match what I need? And then from that, you make a decision. But you don't just place force, because we do sometimes,
Yeah.
force
it's
our
it's a work in
expectations
progress.
on someone else.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's definitely a work in progress, though. I think everything that we say or believe in, it's so hard to do it every day.
It's just hard to be every day.
I know.
I need a break. So our paths were different.
Yes.
Yet we found a way to reunite, because I feel like our healing is familiar.
Yeah, definitely.
What is one truth that you've learned about our family or love that changed everything?
Ooh, that's a good question. What's one truth about our family that changed everything? Changed everything in what way? Like in healing?
Yeah.
I mean, the truth is who they were. Like who they were, in my eyes, they were just all surviving. And you know what the best thing about them were? It was the best thing and the worst is that they stuck together. My mom was all about her freaking family. I'm sorry.
To a fault.
Like, it's not, for me, it's not family at any cost, right? And she was all about, she loved her brothers, her sister, her mom, and that's exactly what families should be all about. But I think that what I learned from her was that she accepted them and she loved them no matter what. Even if one day they were, I remember going to my grandmother's house, her mom, and she needed a place to stay. And she was like, nope, you can't stay here. Figure it out, right? Figure it out. Nope, I don't have room for you. And she didn't hold that grudge. She loved them no matter what. She realized that this is what you do when you tough love. They were all very tough. And I think that the best thing that I learned is that from my mom is that she accepted them. She didn't really like. She didn't judge them.
Wow.
She
Which
really,
is kind of what
she
you were
was
talking about.
Yeah, and she was so unconditional with them. I was like, in my eyes, I was like, "Ma, what are you doing?" Like I would get so upset at her, like, like I didn't understand that. And sometimes I still don't, but,
I don't.
yeah,
I don't.
I know.
For me, I think what changed everything is that toxicity, the pattern of toxicity can be broken. I think that's been my biggest lesson. I don't have to pass it on.
Yeah,
That
is so
changed
true.
everything for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's yes.
So, talk
Love
about
that.
generational trauma. What's been the hardest lesson for you to learn about our not even our family, just about family in general, and toxic patterns, and like, what's been the hardest thing to accept?
I mean, just that, like in terms of I would say our family, just the reality, that was hard. It was hard the hardest thing was to realize where I come from and how I like, like it, like to understand that doesn't define me. Like, it doesn't define me. That's so hard to really convince myself that
It took me years.
That's not who you are.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. It doesn't have to be. That's where you come from, but you are you. And who cares if they don't accept you? They don't have to. So yeah,
I feel the same way. It's so funny. Yeah. I feel the same exact way. I thought that the way I grew up and the things that happened define me, and they don't.
Yeah, no.
I can accept and there was a lot of love in my family, like in our family,
in our family,
lot of
yes.
it. So I'll
God,
take
so
that and I receive it, but everything else, nah.
Yeah.
I'm just, all right. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Yes,
So,
100%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, if you could tell little Arlene or little Yvette one truth about family and freedom, what would it be?
Ooh.
That little girl.
I will tell her I still believe it's not family at any cost.
Love that. Yes.
Ooh. And it's not my quote, actually. That's my therapist. She mentioned that, and she always says it. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And and I think that if you believe that, it doesn't mean, like if it's going to cost you your health,
your sanity,
right? Like, you don't have to do that. You have the freedom to either separate permanently or take a break. Take a break from them. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean what you think they think it means, because what they think it means doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to you. It's only what you think, because it's your life.
I don't know. For me, I would say that family is not always blood.
Yeah.
Family is your tribe, who's there with you all the time, who's through good and bad, but it's not always blood.
That's very true.
That's something that I had to learn. So, to lighten the mood, are you ready for a rapid fire rounds before we end?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Name one thing everyone in the house was terrified of. The chancla, the belt, or mom's silence?
I would say the chancla.
For me, it was mom's silence. When mommy was quiet, you were in trouble.
Yeah.
What was one unspoken house rule that everyone broke anyway? And in your house, I loved going to your house.
Rules.
Exactly. I loved going to your house.
Even because the first one, though, too, because my mom never hit us.
Well, I never got hit.
I mean, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. But
I
it
had
was
rules.
A threat. Yeah, it was like the threat.
Oh, yeah.
Ay, te voy a dar,
For sure. Oh, my God. Which family saying or superstition still lives rent free in your head?
Oh God, there's so many. I don't, the don't sweep my feet, like because I'm not, because otherwise you won't get married.
Oh my God. I remember what is it? Don't wash your hair and go outside. Like that was a
Oh
thing
yeah.
for
Oh
us.
wait. No, the best
With your
one.
hair wet, it was like, no, you're gonna catch a cold.
The best one is my husband. He's a shoe guy, right? So I would never let him buy me shoes.
I remember this. Oh,
He's like,
yes.
no. My mom would always say, no deje que te compre zapatos.
Yes,
Because
that's a good
they'll
one.
walk away from your life.
Man, you could buy me Louis. You could buy me Jimmy's.
Man, I have
What?
missed out.
I'm just saying.
I missed out.
My size is 5, just in case. Name your go-to excuse to skip chores, and did it actually work? That shit did not work for me. Doesn't matter what I'd say.
Girl.
Maybe if it was that time of the
Chores?
month, I'd be like, I got cramps. Maybe.
No, I didn't have chores. That didn't relate.
See, that's how different our
That's
upbringing
not-
was. I gotta tell you.
Oh my God, no way.
If you could bring back one childhood comfort, food, music, or ritual, what would it be?
I would say food because I'm allergic to everything now, so I can't.
Oh, that's not true. What's your favorite Puerto Rican Dominican dish? Because
I would say Dominican is mango with the
we
tres
have
golpe.
similar. Oh no,
Tres
yeah.
golpe, I love
Dominican
that.
is. That's the mango
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the eggs and
Yeah.
the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese, the eggs, the salami. Oh,
Oh, I gotta
used
take
to
you
love
somewhere.
that.
Oh my God, I gotta take you somewhere for that.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and just for
Thank you for
sharing
having me.
and agreeing to do this.
Of course.
See,
Anytime.
neither of us cried.
Yeah,
We
this
got
is
through
good.
it.
I could have.
Almost.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to know how they can find out more about you, what you do, and anything you want to share with us.
Yeah. So I'm a teacher full time, but I turned my hobby into a part-time career, and so I'm an astrologer, and I love to interpret natal charts based on like psychological and family things. So I look at a person's chart and I always go to their childhood and look at their patterns. So I love that you mentioned that. It's the Astro Edge Cafe. So I have a website, www.theastroedgecafe, or Instagram, the Astro Edge Cafe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you, loves, for joining us. These stories aren't always easy to tell, but they're the ones that free us. We're breaking cycles and we're writing a new story, one built on truth, not silence. And this time we get to hold the pen. So thank you, loves, for joining us today. Talk to you soon. Bye. Awesome. Thank you so much.